Hey guys, Aaron Cortez from Bike Bandit here. Loading and transporting a bike in the back of the truck is something that a lot of people have questions about. Over the years, I've seen a lot of creative ways people have come up with to do this, and not all of them are very good. What I'm going to show you today is an easy way to get a bike in the back of the truck by yourself. Now, if you have a friend around to help you, of course, it's always going to be better, but I know not all of us always has that available to us. So what I'm going to show you today is the simplest and most secure way to get a bike in the back of the truck and get it where it needs to go safely. Let's go ahead and get started. What you'll need is a set of tie downs with integrated soft loops like these from Bike Bandit, a set of 2 arched folding ramps. I recommend against using straight ramps, and I'll show you why later. And finally, a sturdy wheel chock like this one from Bike Master. The first and most important step is to find an incline to back your truck up to. This greatly reduces the angle of the slope you have to push the bike up, making the entire job easier and less risky. 9 times out of 10, I find the best way to do this is right in your own driveway, but there's a trick to it. You want to back your rear wheels right into the gutter where the street meets the curb. By doing this, you're using the low point where the street meets the driveway to lower the tailgate as much as possible. If you don't have a driveway like this, chances are a neighbor does, or you can improvise by looking around your neighborhood for a slope that'll work. The next step is to set up your ramps and wheel chock. A couple things to consider here. First, by using arch ramps, you avoid having a high point where the ramp meets the tailgate, which can snag your bike like this.
You lose!
You also want to make sure you strap your ramps down so they don't shift under the weight of the bike or the movement of the truck's suspension, like this. I suggest using 2 ramps, one for the bike to roll up and one for you to walk up as you guide it. I've seen people use other things to step up on, like a toolbox, but I don't recommend this because it can slide around and you can lose your footing while pushing your bike. Some other things you shouldn't use are a rolling stool, a stack of books, or a friend. Just use the second ramp and secure it like the first one. That's your best bet. Next is to get the bike up the ramp. Some people prefer to push, some will clutch it up with the engine running, and some will just ride it up. I always prefer to push because it's more predictable. You don't have to worry about the bike stalling or losing traction halfway up the ramp like this. If you do walk the bike up the ramp, walk it up using the friction zone of the clutch. It may be a good idea to do this in second gear instead of first. I don't recommend riding it up. If the bike stalls or loses traction coming up, you won't have anywhere to put your foot down, and it'll be harder to back the bike down too. Once you've got the bike up the ramp and into the chock, the hard part is done. Now all you have to do is strap it down. By using straps with soft loops built in, it's easy to find a solid place to secure the bike without damaging it. Depending on your bike, you may want to have some soft towels handy to prevent rubbing on paint or fairings. Tighten the straps down until the forks are half compressed. This lets the suspension absorb some of the bumps on the ride. Once it's strapped down, tie the excess strap into a knot below the buckle to keep it from backing out. A bed extender like this is a great way to make sure the bike stays in the truck as a precautionary measure, but if you don't have one, you can always use a second set of straps in the rear instead. Strap or tie down your ramps so they don't scratch the bike, and you're good to go. I really hope this video helps you guys out. Hopefully it prevents a few scratch fairings or dented tailgates too. If you have a handy tip for how you load your bike at home, please feel free to share it with us in the comments below. We always get really great information from our customers and we always want to share it with each other. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.